Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Green Bay Packers taking on the New York Jets.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Green Bay Packers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, and here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 19 carries, 132 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
And some room to maneuver. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 28. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And this one will be brought back to the 22. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The numbers for Jones last week, 12 carries, 74 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Let's go, defense.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, my goodness, I thought he'd peel off. Instead, he makes the fair catch at the 2-yard line. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. It's Price. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
This one complete to Devin Funchess. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 3rd down. It's a foot race. 30, 20, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a jet touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Jets 14, Packers 7.
The Packers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Rodgers now on 1st down. And this is going to be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think that's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house. So they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he's got his man on the out route.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On 1st down, Rodgers flinches with a catch over the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Packers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10.
And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Price. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. And he may want to track down that football, because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers caught on the right side by Adams. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again, Rodgers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He'll find Aguara complete.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
The 7-yard line.
Rodgers again now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And again, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
4th and goal.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
14.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down, Jets.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
2nd and 13. forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. And that'll make it third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Price. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin in Orchard Park, an AFC East matchup between Miami and Buffalo. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to the Motor City to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who have the lead in that one at halftime. Dalvin Cook has scored a touchdown there. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. So here are the Jets now to take over. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll roll him out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Willie Henry able to run him down for a loss of a yard. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it with Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. DeMarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And it's third and short.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Jones. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. a nickel formation here defensively. This is Jones. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll drop to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Past the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Denzel Mims, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
From the 40 now on second down. Rodgers, throw over the middle, caught by DeGuara. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On third down, here's Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? 2nd down and goal. Rodgers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Jones. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, Jets.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
With the score, Jets 24, Packers 13.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 36, the 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll try again with Jones. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Running on 1st down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple. And it's 2nd down. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
They'll go again to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. The left side completion to Jones. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
And the lead is up to 15 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And partner, the defense, they were keyed in on him early, but his talent shining through as of late.
I like what you said about keyed in because it all started in their first meeting of game planning for this game, where they went over things with their team and said, all right, this is the guy we have to take out of the game. Make sure you get enough coverage on him, all the different defenses. Sometimes you run everything you've got in the first half, and they adjust in the second half and start to play better.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Rodgers now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Rodgers now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Rodgers to throw once more. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go with Jones. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Throw here out of the gun. Able to connect with Mims. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Now a handoff looking right. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
And it's third down.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
34, Packers 16.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he goes out right around the 39. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Devin Funchess. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And he puts it through. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the result, the Green Bay score. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now they'll run it on the toss. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. The Jets with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee.
And there it is, the standard symbol. Taking a knee means that one team won, and the other one obviously lost the ball game. But now that team that won is 2-2. After the first 4 games, I think they're okay with a 2-2 start. Not overly happy, but at the same time, not depressed either.
You mentioned to me breaking down a season in quadrants. So the first quadrant is kind of a check, as you said, for okay. Not great, not bad.
Yeah, right now they're just holding serve. They look forward to their next 4. Maybe they can make a surge there.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Jets, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.